These are excerpts from our Voodoo tour in Congo Square with free tours by foot with High Priest Roby.
Did you?
That was good. Go back over there. That was pretty good. All right, hold on. I gotta teach you how to do it first. So
We tried to come
Ogun, believe it or not, he's not just here. He's also all across the earth. A lot of cultures that carry our African traditions love Ogun because he's a protecting spirit. There's a history behind this paper money that y'all see down here, and I'm gonna teach you how to do the prayer for this. So the prayers that you see here are specifically done a certain way. You take the history behind the paper money. When the Africans were brought over here by the French, the Africans were a little confused as to why the French were using something so flimsy as a way of currency, something so that meant so much, but it was in something so flimsy as a piece of paper. The French also had shiny bits of metal that the Africans were confused by. Y'all know them as bits, so silver bits and gold bits. So when the Africans saw this paper that the French were using, their prayers of protection, that's an offering. He carries two machetes. He's predominantly wearing green, but he's associated with red and green. Two machetes here. In front of him, there's an anvil and also a hammer in front of him. It said whenever Yemeya was giving birth to the whole world, he got so excited about it, he took his hammer and his anvil and he hit it as hard as he could. The sparks from that created all the stars in the sky. So when our ancestors pass away, when they die, that's where they go to reside to watch over us descendants here on earth. For those Metet, that's elemental, but y'all don't call them Metets. Y'all call them guardian angels. Or you'll say things like, oh, there's a butterfly, my grandmother is nearby, she's protecting me. Yeah, your grandma, your Metet, that's your guardian angel. We're not gonna never deny that she's not there. We're gonna say that she's on your head though. So that's gonna bring us to the very next thing. And don't worry, this tour is not gonna be based around all trees. We have some work to do, but we need to go to the next spot, which is another tree. But before we go there, do we have any questions? My language. The spirit that sits on top. We call them the Marasa. Marasa. So we have these two children spirits who are in charge of magic. They're also in charge of, Okay.
I just wanted to end this video with a little explanation because we didn't include all parts of the Voodoo tour, but it was absolutely amazing. If you want the real down low, the real way it is for New Orleans Voodoo, for Plantation Voodoo, definitely take this tour. It's free walking tours by foot with High Priest Roby. He explains all about Congo Square and how it was very important to the enslaved people and to the indigenous people of the area. It was amazing. It was super moving to the point where Andrew cried. We got a special cleansing with his Florida water that he made. And it was super moving. And the fact that he was a very real, down-to-earth, like from the cuff type of person that gave you real insight, like actual personal experiences, because hello, he is a voodoo priest, like a real voodoo priest. And it wasn't this like ooh kind of thing, you know, where it's like they're just trying to sensationalize the actual religion of voodoo. We actually got to meet his family, all parts of his family, and got a really interesting insight as to why Congo Square is Congo Square and what actually happened in Congo Square. The rituals, the drumming, how the indigenous people of that area would actually come and help the enslaved people to escape. And there's a beautiful statue there that has a combination of both enslaved and indigenous people. And he explained to us all about, you know, why there was people who obviously looked like they were an enslaved person, but they were wearing indigenous feathers or headdresses, exactly. And how they helped them, and it was just, again, it was a very moving experience, you guys. And his knowledge, that man has so much knowledge. It's like insane to me. Like, I just want to pick his brain. And not only was it a really moving type of experience with learning about voodoo and the religion and how it was practiced and how it's still practiced. It's a living religion. He also is so inclusive and really preaches that about inclusivity. He knew right off the bat that we were pagans and brought up the fact that we're all basically trying to do the same thing, right? You know, being spiritual, connecting with ancestors, connecting with your gods, or orishas as they call them, or Lawa, I believe they said that. I think that's right. But again, inclusivity. And talking about, you know, if you are prejudiced with a person's color or sexual orientation or whatever you want to discriminate against with people, change your thinking, change your mindset. That's not what life is about, and you're not going to get anywhere thinking that way. We did end up going back later that afternoon. We got invited to his family's drumming ritual for the ancestors. Whoa, super amazing. Very, 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 very moving. Like, the goosebumps, you guys, was all over. It was rad. It was super rad. So again, if you're going to New Orleans and you're interested in the real voodoo, this is a tour we completely recommend, wholeheartedly, with everything we have. Go meet High Priest Roby and listen to that man's wisdom, because it's way freaking rad. He's a really rad person. You will not be disappointed.